Arjun, let's talk about the Varvan Valley trek. This is a trek that you explored back in 2015, and from then till today, you will just not stop talking about it. I mean, you've spoken so greatly about it that you put it even above Kashmir Great Lakes and Tarsar, which are already up there. So, what makes it so great a trek that you put it on such a pedestal?
So it's the most exquisite trek I've ever done. And the crossover that happens from the desert side of the Himalayas to the lush green side of Kashmir. In fact, you see a Kashmir here, a side of Kashmir here, which even the Kashmiris have not seen.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Kashmir side that you see on this trek?
See, more than Kashmir side, I think I must tell you about the whole trek, why it is so special. See, when you start the trek, you start on the desert side, and you will slowly get in. Your first camp is on a river delta system up there in the mountains, which is something which you never really see in any other trek. You're camping right in this delta system, in one of those deltas where the streams are flowing on either side. You cross these streams on freezing ice cold water. And there are glaciers to cross on this trek. Glaciers, most people cross from one side to another. Here on this trek, you actually you walk the length of the glacier. There are glaciers. There is the Lomvilat Pass that you have. You have to climb on top of the pass. These are all on the deserty side. You cross the pass, and then you get down to this glacier, the Bracken Glacier, and you traverse the entire length of the glacier. It's only when you get to the end of the glacier is when you actually see the green valleys. And that's still not the Varvan Valley. It's just a side of the crossover that is happening between the desert and the green side. So you see both at the same spot. Now that's again something which you don't really get to see in most treks. You get down on this, down to this valley, and it's one beautiful landscape section after another. It's like you have a mound and a hill. You get down below that. It's a grassy grasslands, meadows, and flattish for about 1 kilometer too. And again you have a mound. You climb that, you get down on the other side. Again there's a grassy meadows, and it goes on and on and on like this. And you wonder, where can this beauty come from? Where can this? And each of these meadows is very different from each other. It's not like it's a similar scenery which you are seeing. So, and then finally when you get to the Varvan Valley, the valley itself, the beauty of that valley, of that Kashmir Valley, is hard to find anywhere else.
What about the difficulty of this trek?
It is a difficult trek. Out and out, it's a difficult trek. I call it the 2020 trek, because every day you're going to walk more than 20 kilometers.
My God.
Every day. There's not even a single day when it is going to be shorter. So to walk 20 kilometers a day, you need to be a very strong trekker, and you need to be a very fit trekker.
So do you see a lot of people on this trek?
Not at all. You're not going to see any other person on this trek except you and your team. And this trek can't be done just like going on it. I mean, the landscaping, the GPSing of these treks have not yet been done fully. We have it, and we are taking teams on this. But on your own, if you are going to do this trek, you can very well get lost. You wouldn't know where to go, and where do you have to turn over, where do you have to cross the glacier in a certain place, where do you have to get down the moraines and things like that. So you do need somebody to take you on this trek. This trek has not really reached that place where you can call it that you can do it on your own.
When you went to explore it, did you get lost or anything?
No, we didn't. Thankfully we had very good prior knowledge and support system, and we did have a few local folks going with us. So we didn't really have that kind of a problem. Technically the trek is not too difficult, in the sense there aren't any section where you can fear for your life or something like that. There are a few overhangs which look down on the river, so I wouldn't want a beginner to be getting on those kind of section, but it is not something which is technically difficult. The Varvan Valley is not a technically difficult trek, but it requires a strong trekker and a very, very fit trekker to do this trek.
And Arjun, Varvan is probably in the heart of Kashmir. So do you think it's safe to go there, considering the situation in Kashmir?
I wouldn't say it's safe unless we actually say it's safe. So trekkers who want to do this trek must watch out if our groups are open. If it isn't open, I don't think they must book or register or even attempt to do this trek. It does take you through a part of Kashmir which is heavily fortified by army camps, and if they find you loitering around, even they are not going to like it. So you must only do this trek when you find it open on our website.
But to sum it up, do you actually put it above Kashmir greatly?
Oh, definitely. It doesn't even come close. I mean, the Warwan Valley trek, along with its journey that comes with it, the road journeys on either side, even going towards the base camp at Panikar and exiting out of it, both are great. And the trek itself, I mean, it's the most exquisite trek anyone would do, not only me.
Alright, thanks a lot, Arjun, for
Thank you.
telling us about Warwan.
Thank you, Swati.